What's up, guys? Welcome back. Now let's have a look at question 3, June 2025, grade 12. Let's read the question together here. It's on analytical geometry. It says here, in diagram below, triangle SRT is drawn where R, okay, low is SRT, so we're referring to the bigger triangle here, guys. Lies on the x-axis and S lies on the left of right. Okay, T lies on the y-axis, so it means that T basically now is our y-intercept, and then S is sitting on the second quadrant. The equation of RT is given as follows. So we have got the equation of RT. So we've got the equation of this line here as written there, 2x minus y plus 10 is equals to 0. All right. So now let's go to 3.1. 3.1 says determine the coordinates of R. Coordinates of R is sitting right here, which is at the x-axis. So therefore R, you can say that R is our x-intercept on this equation. So therefore you're gonna say 3.1, then the equation that is given for us at RT is given by 2x minus y 10 is equals to 0. So we found our x-intercept when y is equals to 0. So therefore it means you're going to have 2x minus 0 plus 10 is equals to 0. So therefore you need to solve for x. Negative 10 divided by 2 here. If you divide by 2, you're going to have x is equals to minus 5. So remember the question said find the coordinates. So we already found that here we have got minus 5. So therefore we need to find the coordinates. So now let's go ahead and substitute 5 into the original equation to find the y value. So therefore this is what we will have. We're gonna have 2. Okay, we already know, we already know because that y is equals to 0 here. So therefore it means R will be minus 5 is to 0 because already it's an x-intercept. Right, great stuff. So now that's how you would deal with a question 1. Okay, 3.2 says here, calculate the length of RT. The length of RT is the length of this line here. I want us to calculate the length. Leave your answer in set form. So simple and straightforward, guys, here. So in order for us to find, we're gonna use the distance formula, but however we need to find the coordinates of T. Remember, coordinates of T are not given. So you're gonna come here and say, okay, no, 3.2, you're gonna come here and say the value. You need to find the value of the y coordinate on the T. So now we already know that the x here will be 0 because this is our y-intercept. So if x is equals to 0, what is y? So minus y plus 10 is equals to 0. So therefore it means here is 0. Then you take the 10 to the other side, negative 10. So y is equals to 10. So therefore the coordinates of T will be 0 is to 10. So therefore you're going to have 10 here as our coordinates. So therefore with that, it's going to be easy for us to find the RT. The distance of RT is going to be square root of x value at T minus x value at R all squared plus y at T minus y at R all squared. Here, guys, even if you use x1 minus x2 is still fine as long as you follow what you are substituting. So that should be fine. So now with that, we know the coordinates of R is minus 5, 0. Coordinates of T is 0 is to 10. Right. Okay. 0 is to 10. So therefore with that, come here and then you substitute x at T is 0 minus into minus x at r all squared plus y at r at t rather minus 0 all squared. So now the length of RT is going to be equal to, says here leave your answer in says form. So our answer is going to be square root of 125, which will give us 5 square root of 5. Okay, great. Right, I hope you guys can see there on the live as well. Okay guys, we're also live on TikTok. Please like our live and then join us as we practice and prepare for the prelim, which we are writing on Monday. Right, this is just paper 2 that we wrote on June. Right, and then that's our answer there, the length of RT. So 3.3 said if it is also given that, right, very important, this statement right here, 2 RT squared is equals to 5 RS squared, right? Calculate the value of M. So basically here, instead of saying find the coordinates or giving us any other form, they have given us an equation that is applying the distance formula. So I would like to say to my learners, I like to say, please guys, if you're doing things like this, make sure that you know how to apply the equation and also to work backwards if you're given the answer. So in this case, they've given us an equation in this format and they want us to work backwards. So now what you have in this case, you've got 2r t squared is equals to 5sr squared. So now therefore with this we already know what is RT. So what you can do in this case, we're looking for S, remember, so this we're looking for M. So S is given by M is to 1, and then R is given by minus 5 is to 0. So they want us to find the value of this M right here. Right, so let's go ahead and apply the formula and see. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and find RT SR first. SR, which is our distance formula, is given by that. So x at S minus x at R all squared plus x at S, y rather. Excuse me guys, y minus y at r all squared. Therefore now I can simply say I want to square this side to make life easy, and therefore leave this side as it is here. Okay, let me rather substitute. So let me substitute. Okay, all right, okay, let me substitute here. Okay, x at S is M, x at R minus 5 all squared plus y at S. Okay, it's what is given by 1 minus y at R is 0 all squared. So therefore SR squared is equal to, then you need to simplify here, M plus 5 all squared plus 1 minus 0 is just going to give us 1. Okay, so now with this you need to expand this. So SR squared, we expand this, it will give us a trinomial, guys. You are already in grade 12. Please double check my math. M squared plus 10m, then 5 times 5 will give us 25 plus 1. So therefore SR squared will be equal to m squared plus 10m plus 26. Great stuff. So now this is what you have. So with this we can come here and say, okay, let's go back to our equation, the one that is given here on top, or this one here. We can come here and substitute. Okay, we already know what is RT, we calculated it previously. So when you substitute this, you're gonna come and say 2 RT, the distance of RT is given by 5 square root of 5 all squared is equal to 5 times what? this times this, which is SR squared. So M squared plus 10 M plus 26. Therefore, to simplify this on this side, what we're going to have, we're going to have, when I check with my calculator, 250 divided by 5 is equals to 5. Let me rather not multiply throughout with the 5. I'm going to leave the 5 here, all squared plus 10 M plus 26. So to simplify these guys, I'm just going to divide everything by 5. Divide everything by 5 here, and also this side I divide everything by 5. So therefore this and this would cancel out, and then 250 divided by 5. Okay, let me rather continue here, guys, so that I don't go to another page. When I punch this in my calculator, it's giving me 50 is equal to, and then this side I'm just gonna have M squared plus 10M plus 26. Okay, there you go. So therefore you take the 50 to the other side, make life easy. M squared plus 10M. So when you say plus 26 minus 50, it's going to give us how much here? In this case, we're going to have M squared plus 10M. Right, guys, I'm showing all the simplification here so that you don't get lost. So this is just going to be minus 24. Right, minus 24 is equals to 0. So therefore, sorry about that. So therefore our factors here, I'm continuing here, guys. Our factors here will have to be M, and therefore M, and then we're gonna have plus 12 minus 2. So M is equals to negative 12 or M is equals to 2. So now we need to decide, is X negative or positive? Is negative, so therefore the value of M will have to be negative 12. Right, and that's how you will deal with this one, guys. Just for 4 marks, I make sure that I explain everything so that it's easy for you to follow. Right, great stuff. So now let's go ahead and deal with 3.4. Okay, so 3.4, please guys, let me know if you don't understand on the comment section below, and also let me know also, guys, if you are following. Give us a thumbs up if you understand what I'm doing. Don't just let me pass, because things like this most likely is going to come on your prelim exams. So let's move on. It is further given that V lies on ST such that VR is perpendicular to ST. So thanks, they are telling us that they are perpendicular. Write this and determine the equation of VR in the form of Y is equals to mx plus c. So now this is okay. So now, guys, if you know perpendicular, so it means the gradient of ST, when we say it's perpendicular, it means the gradient is perpendicular to the gradient of VR. So now what does this mean? Mathematically, it means that the product of the two gradients will give us -1. So if we were to multiply the two gradients, we'll get -1. So now let's go ahead and find the equation of VR. So they're asking us for the equation of this line right here. Great stuff. So now we have the coordinates of, we have got here M is -12. We have got here the value of T as 0 and 10. So what we can do, we can just find the gradient of ST because we already have all the coordinates. Okay, so 3.4, then we're gonna say ST is equals to Y S minus Y at T all over X at S minus X at T. Guys, even if you use Y1 minus Y2, it's fine as long as you follow through with what you are doing, right? So Y at S is what? Is -12 minus No, it's negative 1. It's 1 rather. Sorry about that, guys. You see, so I'm looking at this y here. It's 1 minus the y here, which is minus 10. Great stuff. All over x at s is negative 12 minus 0. So therefore the gradient of st will be, so therefore the gradient of st will therefore be 3 over 4. Great stuff. So now with 3 over 4, we know that these two gradients are perpendicular to each other. So the gradient is stated here. So we know the gradient of ms. So we need to find the gradient of the of VR. So what you would do, you will say, you will come to this equation right here, guys. You substitute here 3 over 4 multiplied by gradient of VR should be equal to negative 1. So therefore what you do, you just multiply throughout or divide by 4 over 3. 4 over 3 rather, not minus. I'm already writing what's on my head. So therefore the gradient of VR is equal to negative 4 over 3. So that when you multiply the two gradients, you get y. So now with that, you can come here and use this equation, guys, to substitute. Okay, we're gonna use the value of t, gradient of VR, x minus x at t. So therefore y minus the y at t is going to be minus 10, negative 4 over 3, which is the gradient of vrx, minus 0 because the x at t is 0, close bracket. Therefore y is equals to negative 4 over 3x plus 10. And this is the equation of VR, right? That's what they ask us to find it in this format, and you get your 5 marks right there, guys. All right, simple, straightforward. Let me know what you guys think. If you are following, if you're not following, let me know what can I do to improve. All right, so now let's move on to 5.3. 5.3 says, hence show that the coordinates of v are negative 8 and 4. So we just need to show them that they're already given us the coordinates. Remember, guys, the marks, they really mean a lot. In this case, is just going to be only 2 marks, right? So this is how you would deal with this one. Okay, remember, guys, they said the equations of the two lines are perpendicular. So we already know the equation of ST. Do we know the equation of ST? Okay, let me see. Yes. I think we calculated the equation of ST previously here. Let's go backwards and let me see. Do we have the equation of ST? Okay, no, we don't have the equation of ST. All right, okay, we only have the gradient. Okay, we only have the gradient. All right, no, it's fine. It's okay, we only have the gradient. All right, let me show rather. We only have the gradient, guys. So let's come here and say, okay, so now the equation we need, this is the equation of VR. So we also need the equation of ST, because now we know the equation of this line. We need to know the equation of this line. Where they intersect, it's where we're looking for these coordinates here of y at v and x at v. So now we need to find the equation of this line, because we already know the equation of the other line. So we need to find the equation of, we need to know the equation of the other line. Right, let me see here. Looks like did I make a mistake here? Here we must find the equation at 3.5. If we have this as an equation of VR minus 4 over 3x plus 10, okay, my math tells me that y st should be equals to 3 over 4 x, all right, minus 0 over 3. All right, so this is what basically this means. All right, so now at this point the two straight lines, they meet here. So therefore what you're gonna have, you are going to have this is what you're gonna have here, guys. You're going to have 3 over 4 x plus 10, it's equal to negative 4. Sorry, it's going to be, yes, negative 4x, negative 4 over 3x minus 20 all over 3. Right, so this is what you're gonna have here. So therefore what you can do is to solve for x. You take all the x to this side, then take all the numbers to the other side. So 3 over 4 x plus 4 over 3x is equal to negative 10 minus 20 all over 3. So now what we do in this case, you need to simplify the fractions. So what we can do, in this side we are going to have 25 all over 12 x. When you add the two fractions together, then on this side we are going to have negative 50 all over 3. So you need to simplify for x. You can just multiply both sides by 12 over 25, then even this side 12 over 25, then all that will cancel out. Therefore you are going to be left out with x is equal to, then if you punch this, when you punch this fraction in our calculator, what are we getting? We are getting a negative 8. Right, okay, let me just do this and double check this one. Normally when I do these things, guys, I don't keep the calculator with me, but however it's looking good because here it's 8. You can just double check and let me know if you also getting the same answer as well. So okay, therefore we choose one equation where we can substitute. So I'm only going to choose this one where we can substitute and get the value of y. Right, so now what you can do, in this case, you can say 3 over 4 x plus 10. Right, then we substitute the x value here, 3 over 4 and minus 8 as our x value, plus 10 is going to give us what? 4 goes how many times? 8. It goes 2 times. 2 times this is going to be negative 6 plus 10, which gives us a y value of 4. So therefore yes, indeed, v is going to be equal to negative 8.4. all right, okay, right, guys, and that's how you would prove the value of v thereof. Right, okay, so 3.6, if r is the reflection of r about the x is equals to 0. So this here is what? It's x is equals to 0 line. So this one here will be y is equals to 0 line, which is the x-axis. All right, is they calculate the area of RVTR. Right, so let's go to 3.6. all right, so 3.6, as stated there, it's a reflection about this line right here. No, x is equals to 0, not y. Okay, it's a reflection along this line. So what you can do in this case, this is how this reflection is going to look like. So it's a reflection along this line to give us something like this. Right, guys, is something like that. So it means our r is like this. Okay, so now they want us to calculate the area of this, right? So as you can see, guys, this looks like a trapezium. So they want us to calculate the area. You will remember that we've got that triangle right there. So now what I'm looking at right now, no, didn't do it properly. This is not how it's supposed to look like. Now they said a reflection. It's a what? A reflection. So it means it's just a mirror image of R. So guys, it's just a mirror image of R, but along this line. So if R is here, this is the original R. So you are most likely to have the image here. Okay. So now our shape would look something like this. If not, yes, that's right. Now it looks correct. All right, so it's gonna look like something like this here, guys. If you remember the coordinates here, it was what? It was a -5:0. Therefore here you've got 0 and 10. Therefore R, we don't know the coordinates of R. But however, if you look at this, the y-axis is perpendicular. So in order for us to find the area, or which area we're looking for R, V, T, and then so we're looking for area of this shaded image here. So this is the area that we're looking for, guys. So if you look at this area, you can see that you've got this perpendicular height here, which we know by now that this perpendicular height is what? Is 10 here. We know we've got this perpendicular height, which is what? 10, right? So now what we can do we have a distance here? I think we're gonna need a distance of VT and VR. We're gonna need this distance here, and we're gonna need this distance here, right? In order for us to be able to deal. But remember, area 3.6, area is given by half length times what? Perpendicular height. So which one is going to be our length in this case, right? So now we need to make sure, guys, we've got how many triangles here. So let me just not forget to point that one out. So for this bigger triangle here, I'm just gonna put this one in black. For this bigger triangle here that is in black, we already know the perpendicular height, which is this one, OT, right? And therefore we also got this triangle here, so we must know this perpendicular height here as well, that is sitting right there, right? Okay, so we're gonna have two triangles and then half length times perpendicular height here as well, right? So now for the first triangle, what do we need? We need VR, which is this one here. We need to calculate this VR. We know the coordinates of R, it's -8:4. So now the length of VR, I'm just gonna substitute here, guys, straight away. I'm not gonna even waste time with this one. Is 10 minus 4 all squared plus, guys, I think all of us, we know how to apply a distance formula by now, all squared. So therefore VR is equal to I'm getting 10 units, and therefore no, sorry, this is VT, right? Okay, this is VT. I'm a bit in a rush here, guys, let me slow down. VT, so therefore VR now will have, okay, VR is going to be equal to, let's see, -8 minus 5 all squared plus 4 minus 0 all squared. So therefore VR is equals to 5 units as well, right? Okay, so we're gonna come here into our formula. We're going to have half. Remember the length that we calculated earlier. We're looking at this triangle number 1 here, and then this is number 2. So this is the height for number 1, this is the height for number 2. So for number 1, the length is how much? It's 5 units. Okay, the length is 5 units, and therefore the height is 10 plus half, the length in this case is what? It's the length of VT. Length VT is going to be 10, and then the perpendicular height is also 10, because you've got this height, this perpendicular height here, which is what? 10. We have calculated it is at VT is also 10 units here, right? So therefore, when you add this together, they give us a all total area for this as 75. And then you must also show the examiner that you understand what you're doing. You can also put 75 unit squared. And then that will be it for question 3, guys. Let me know what you guys think on the comment section below. Ian Gaston Mapala here at Math with Gaston. Let me see you on the next one, where we'll be doing question 4.